Hello, you beautiful souls, welcome here. Thank you very much for all of your love, all of your support, your beautiful comments and your generous donations. I'm very, very grateful to all of you. Thank you. Today we have a love reading, and this one is called What Do You Have to Know About This Connection? I would prefer you to think about a romantic connection, because that was my intention when I was shuffling the cards and pulling your cards. So yeah, and I hope I can finish this video before the sun sets, because I'm feeling a little bit later than usual and I don't have a lightning in this area of the place. So yeah, I've got 3 piles of cards for you to choose from. I will insert the picture in a second. Please take your time, listen to intuition. You can say the name of your person out loud or in your mind to connect to them, and then choose a pile that resonates with you the most. Let's go. Hello my beautiful pile number 1, or everyone who chose yellow marble. Let's see what it is that you have to know about your connection with your person. We are opening the reading with the Hanged Man, Priest, Ten of Swords, Constancy, the Queen of Wands, an old woman. Pile 1. The first thing that I felt as soon as I picked up the cards is it's a very spiritual bond. It's a very spiritual connection, and a lot of sacrifice. I feel like it was requiring to make from both of you this connection. It looks like spirituality, or maybe religion, or maybe some sort of vision or unconventional point of view was the main energy of this connection, the main tone of this connection. I would say we've got this Hanged Man and Priest. This energy tells me about sacrificing something for the greater good, for other causes, something that's more important to you. And you know, it must have been very hard to be in this connection, because of this energy of the Hanged Man. It's always about not letting yourself enjoy life, love, emotions, exchange of love, affection, and it's almost like some sort of restrictions were here. It could be religious restrictions, could be someone's values, morals, the way of life, like lifestyle. That's what I'm getting very strongly here. It's almost like putting this connection on pause, or not giving into it fully, because there's something, some sort of lifestyle, some sort of belief, or aspect of one or both of your lives is taking more energy, is taking more dedication, is taking more time from you. This is what I'm feeling. And there is this contrast. It's almost like this connection does feel very sacred, very spiritual, very enlightening, a lot of enlightenment that came with it, because we opened the reading with the Hanged Man. It's almost like your whole world was turned upside down, and this connection has showed you something that you were not paying attention to at all. I feel like it was done to both of you. Maybe somehow this person taught you about religion or spirituality, and you also taught them about conscious living, for example, like low waste or something like that. Another way of living your life, another way of existing in this world. It feels a lot like illumination, enlightenment. You found out some sort of truth here, and it kind of startled you. It put your life on pause. It again, this energy of sacrifice, I don't know how to explain it. You probably understand better than me because it's your connection, but how do I put it into words? It immediately, I feel like this connection required you to look outside of your comfort zone, to look outside of your usual everyday perception and how you see others, how you see life. Expand your thinking, expand your vision, and put on pause everything you used to be, everything you used to do before meeting this person. It feels like a huge ascension, this connection to me. It really triggered a huge ascension in both of you. And something to do with spirituality and religion is so, it's like, it's filled with this feeling of devotedness to something, belief, faith, walking by faith and not by sight, like seeing something that other people don't see. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I strongly feel this energy. Probably you know what I'm talking about. With this priest and hangman, it's almost like the life as you knew it is no longer appealing to you anymore, to both of you. I feel like it's a very mutual energy. It's not nourishing, it's not truth. That's what this connection really brought to the surface, for you to face truth of your own and the truth in this world. This is insane. I've never seen this kind of combination and the energy it gives off. Very strange, but it probably makes sense to you. And I see it's almost like this connection was put on hold for some reason. It didn't progress as much as it should have, as much as it would be natural for it to. With this hangman and priest, it's almost like there was a lot of contemplation, there was a lot of waiting and a lot of just hanging in there, waiting for a breakthrough. Did it happen? I don't think so. I don't think so, because now we are in the energy of Ten of Swords and constancy. What's more, this connection feels to me is like a constant pain that you were dragging with your... Oof. Okay, no crying, no crying. A constant suffering, this what this connection feels to me like with this Ten of Swords and constancy. Almost like, when does it end? Like, when do I see the clarity in this? When does it become more... When is the resolution coming? This is what it feels like to me. And I see you feeling completely crippled down by this connection, maybe by the energy of it, maybe by how the other person was affecting you, maybe by the circumstances that were leading you to this constant overthinking, constant emotional burnout and exhaustion, and feeling like it's like a never-ending cycle of hanging in there, holding on to this connection, but not seeing the light of the day, not seeing clarity, not seeing foundations and love that should be there, the peace that should be there. It wasn't there. It's almost like you were constantly going through some sort of trials that had no resolution. Like, how can I explain it? Almost as though this connection was making you stronger. You know, like the people who like to swim in the ice pool, or like in a river that was frozen during the winter, and they enjoy going into that river and sitting in the ice, like breaking a little hole in the ice, and then ice bathing, I think it's called. Yeah, ice bathing. It's excruciatingly painful, but they enjoy it because they feel like it's going to make them stronger. And it does. Sometimes it's very healthy. Immune system and blood circulation, it's all good. But that kind of masochism? Yeah, when you inflict pain on yourself, knowing that it's going to make you stronger, knowing that there is a big reason for it. This is how it feels to me for some reason, this connection. I don't know if you understood my ice bathing metaphor, but this is what it feels like. This whole situation feels like a lot of sacrifice, a lot of being on hold, like putting your life on hold and going through trials with this connection with this person. And yeah, but I feel like it was a big lesson for you, the viewer here, because what do we have coming up for the future? We've got the Queen of Wands. Do I see this connection growing into something more serious, growing into something more stable, committed? It feels like a lesson to me. It feels like growing pains. This is what this period of your life feels like to me, growing pains. Because you are growing. You have grown already into this beautiful Queen of Wands, and there is so much wisdom that you gained from this whole experience. You have realized your power. You have realized your strength, your ability to shine your beautiful, warm, loving light on other people. And it's just like, it feels like in the last, maybe, how long have you been with this person in this connection? A year, a few years. You have lived whole life, like a few decades at least. That's how much wisdom you gained from this connection. I feel like it was meant to be in your life. It was meant to teach you something bigger. I know not everybody's going to be happy hearing this, that I'm not saying that you're going to get happily married and have 10 kids, but I don't see it as something that's meant to stick around, because there was so much pain. I don't know how you can carry on fighting, carry on feeling this way as you did, as you do still with this. It could be that this connection has ended, but you are still in this energy of constant excruciating, almost like having surgery when you're not, when you didn't get not the painkillers, but whatever they give you, like injection that numbs you. You didn't get that, and then you went into the surgery. This is how this connection feels to me at the moment. Like you are still struggling, maybe emotionally, maybe mentally, maybe just very tired, burned out about thinking about this person, memories, just this whole dynamic. But it's a huge enlightenment, it's a huge growth. I feel like even if this connection never came around, you would never be as powerful, as beautiful, as strong. I feel like you're just about to step into the period of your life where you know exactly who you are, you know exactly what you want, you know exactly how to achieve it. And it's just, there's so much peace here, so much calmness, so much wisdom, and it's just tranquility and internal joy, internal happiness with this Queen of Wands. Very nice energy. Freedom. I'm also feeling freedom very strongly here. Like you're just so powerful to have whatever you want in life, to achieve whatever you want in life, because you know you can. After you have gone through this experience, you can achieve just about anything, especially in your career, or in your personal growth, in your, I'm losing the cards here, in your personal growth, in your growing as a human being. Just you're becoming so strong, and it's like a peaceful strength. It's not something you boast about, or like you're proud and you tell everybody on every corner who you are. It's such a peaceful, calm, and dignified feeling that I'm getting from you. So beautiful. Yeah, and I feel like it's almost like you're going to be a role model for many people with how you live, with how you present yourself, what you do for a living, how you come across, the way you walk through life. It's just, it's going to be very inspiring. If it's not already, you're such an inspirational figure. Knowing the psyche of people, understanding them easily, looking through the bullshit and masks, and it's natural for you now. It's in your programming at the moment. Oh yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We've got this card, Tsunami and Wake Up Call. This is what it was for you, really. I feel like this connection just woke you up to the truth of you, to who you should be, what you should be striving for, what you should be putting your energy and your talent to. Maybe some of you has developed some sort of career or interest that is going to be so beneficial to other people, so helpful. And I feel like this person was meant to wake you up, was meant to remind you, like almost like gently nudge you towards your path through this struggles that you had to go together, through circumstances that were painful and difficult. It's almost like it's helping hand moving you towards where you have to go. And definitely a wake-up call here. Maybe you didn't really think about your life, what you're supposed to do here, who are you supposed to be before you met this person, before your paths crossed. So profound, so deep. Could be a karmic connection here, to be honest. Then we've got this card reconciliation, and it says someone from your past is returning to your life. Could be this person, for sure. Because I feel like they're still holding on to you, they're not letting you go. But it's your choice now, whether you want them back or you're ready to move on. But it could be that they still reach out to you, they still try to pull on your energy a little bit, get back into your life. Yes. But now it's just the ball is in your court, I feel like, for many of you. Also, we've got this card, co-create. Again, a lot of the energy of, it's almost like you are two opposite people, completely different species, and it was probably a huge shock and surprise for the people around you how you got together. Like, there are so many differences, maybe different languages, maybe different races, maybe different statuses or age difference, or maybe different religions. As I said, there is something about spirituality and religions here for sure. But you somehow made it work. For some time you did. Somehow you made it work, and this connection was very uplifting for you too, very inspiring to create, to change your lifestyle, maybe to almost like two people who are completely different worked as such a good team, created something so unusual, so out of this world, like very bizarre things. Again, something about spirituality is coming through very strongly, creativity, just lifestyle and truth, all of that. But it's just almost like opposites that got attracted, and boom, something interesting came out of it that not many people expected. Then we've got this card, success and congratulations. This for me gives a strong sense of completing this lesson, the spiritual lesson, learning it and mastering it finally, and almost like graduating from this school of relationships, of karmic connections. You made it, because we've got this Queen of Wands for the future energy. You have become, or you're very well on the path of becoming who you really are, who you're supposed to be. This person with a huge, beautiful, warm and loyal heart. That's who you are. So much wisdom in you. And I feel like it's this connection was a what's the word? It was a fuel to your growth. It was a fuel and like a catapult to your growth, to your personal growth, and you becoming who you're supposed to be. And again, with this, also we've got this card, transmutation, like a phoenix rising, dying for a second, with this Ten of Swords, struggling, falling down, going through obstacles, burning, and then being born again. It's almost like, yes, again, growing, learning the spiritual lesson and changing very deeply on an internal level in this connection. I feel like this was the point of this relationship that you had, this connection that you had with another person, for you to level up, to grow, to become who you are. That's for sure. Wow, that's powerful. Let's get one more message for you, pile one more advice about this connection, what it is that you have to know about it. What do you have to know about this connection? You know, I had no doubts. I never said that it wasn't love. It wasn't, there were no emotions. It was a very deep connection. And we've got this card, true love. If you are wondering currently Was it all a lie? Was it all a test? Was it like your imagination, your someone's manipulations? I feel like for many of you this is a confirmation that there was love. There were deep, honest emotions that you had with each other. The aspect of love in this connection, it was not a lie. The other things, like the circumstances, the situation getting in the way, maybe it was all kind of messy, but the feelings part, the emotions part, the emotional connection that you had, we've got this message: this love is emotional, physical, and unconditional. This love is unconditional. Yeah, between you two. I feel like you both still feel it, and it's going to stay in your hearts for a very long time, even if you move on from each other, even if you forget each other. It's such a transformative experience that you went through, both of you. Look at that, the bottom of the deck, we've got this card, Mastery, exactly what I was feeling, 100%. You've learned the spiritual lesson. And don't feel like there was no love, because there was a lot of love, pure, unconditional. It's like a soul level love, not like a love from a physical entity to another, like very materially based love. There was a soul love. It's almost like your souls have agreed to help each other go through this lesson. It was like a contract to help each other grow. That's what it was, to master this spiritual lesson. Yeah, so this is all I have for you, pile 1. I hope it gave you some clarity. I hope it answered some of your questions, and I wish you lots of happiness and lots of love for yourself and for others, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye. Hello my beautiful pile number 2, or everyone who chose clear quartz. Let's see, what do you have to know about this connection with your person? We are opening the reading with the Hierophant, Money, the Hermit, Servant, King of Swords, and Hope. Pile 2. I feel like in this connection there was immediate feeling of belonging with the Hierophant. It's always the feeling of like there's something bigger in this connection, there is something sacred in it, there is a beautiful spiritual bond that we both got, and a feeling of I should be here, I should be with this person, we are meant to be together, and it's almost like a very strong religious or spiritual feeling I'm getting from this connection. Very similar to pile 1, but in a different sense, because there is almost like this basis of foundation that you've got, that you were striving for together, like having a stable maybe family. That was the same thing that you were dreaming about with this person. Maybe entering a committed relationship, a serious relationship, yeah, becoming married. The Hierophant is always for me the energy of a committed, strong, serious spiritual bond, but I don't feel like it really grew to that point, to be honest, with this money energy. It could be that money issues or financial issues or just practicalities of life or the stability and security got in the way, or a lack thereof got in the way of this connection becoming a serious and committed one. Because it's a strange combination for me with the Hierophant, something so spiritual and beautiful and higher, resonating on like high vibration energy, and then we've got something low. I'm not saying that money is something low and horrible, but the material aspect of life, it's like the root chakra, the lowest chakra. It's a strange combination. It's almost like two extremes, like seeing this connection as something beautiful with high potential, but then going back to reality and seeing that maybe I don't have enough money for it. Maybe we won't be able to make it work because of practicalities, maybe because I wouldn't be able to pull it off and cover the needs of another person. Maybe we won't be able to have a stable, secure foundation, because something about security and feeling grounded in life, that was absent in this connection. I feel like that was like a breaking point. That was the reason maybe you couldn't achieve this beautiful, committed belonging, the sense of belonging, being a couple, being in a partnership, marriage partnership. But at the same time, I feel like it was the goal of both of you in the beginning of this relationship. What's happening currently? I feel a lot of loneliness here. It's almost like going within and trying to find your way, your own way, trying to go and find your own truth and serve something bigger than you. There is a lot of, again, depth in you who's watching me, and probably your person is feeling the same way, because we are always connected. And it's almost like if I couldn't achieve this beautiful connection, then I'm going to go and just dedicate my time and energy to something bigger than me, trying to find my truth. Like this hermit, he's always depicted with a lantern, the light that he's trying to shed on the darkness, metaphorically to decipher, to find the truth in lies and in confusion of life, trying to find your own truth, trying to find what to believe in, trying to find your own path, your spiritual path, most importantly. It's almost like this connection has put you both, the focus of yours, inside of you. Like you went inside of you and started to look for answers, and how can you serve other people, how can you help other people, and yourself first. I feel like that's what you were focusing on first, helping yourself to answer the questions that you have accumulated during maybe this connection, or even before meeting this person. A lot of depth here, a lot of retrospective energy, going within, self-reflecting, maybe even like going on retreats to nature, looking for answers, maybe connecting with people who are like astrologists, psychologists, tarot readers, psychics, whatever it is, looking for answers, serving the truth. That's what I'm feeling, serving the truth. That was the connection. It was a catalyst for both of you to start looking for the truth, your own truth, and just general truth in life. Going within, like now it's a little bit like a bittersweet feeling, because there is a little bit of loneliness here in the both of you. Like, I have to be on my own for some time. I have to look for answers. I have to get back to myself, reconnect with myself. And then I'll be able to share something with others. What's happening in the future? I see you hoping for this person to come back, pile 2. It's almost like, how do I explain it? It's almost like you know they got attitude, but you're still hoping and holding on to this hope and optimistic viewpoint that they will come around, they will communicate with you, they will soften, maybe they will have some communication and information that they would want to share with you. Just hope for them to reach out. That's what I'm feeling here. It's almost like you're hoping that they would understand you, understand your point of view, understand you mentally, most importantly, for some reason, not even emotionally. Understand your reasoning somehow, and then come back bearing some sort of news for you and for you both. There is a lot of hope here. Whether it's conscious or unconscious in you, you're still hoping for them to reach out, to get in touch with you. Let's look at your oracle cards. Maybe we'll get some clarifications here. Oh my gosh. Yeah. We've got this card Meadow. And all of these readings, they're so deep. I almost regret choosing this topic, but in the first pile I was like 5 minutes looking at the oracle cards, and stories in my head, like images flying around. And then I remembered that I'm speaking to you and I have to keep talking, so it's not too weird. We've got this card Meadow and vulnerability, and I feel like this is one of the biggest lessons that this connection has triggered in you. To see something bigger than you, to dig deeper, to look within, to be vulnerable with your feelings, with your dreams, with your aspirations, and not focus maybe on money, maybe on the material side of life, or on comfortable things. It's just, could be one or both of you who is struggling with this aspect. But again, there is a lot of vulnerability. Maybe together you felt like you could share just about anything with each other because you understood each other so well, and it's almost like I'm getting very childlike energy here with this Meadow. Almost just like being completely naked, emotionally, energetically with each other. Not trying to be someone that you're not trying to put on some sort of masks. There is a lot of depth to this connection, a lot of spirituality, and feeling like it's very profound for you both, like it's triggering your growth. Yeah, then we've got this card codependency. Addictions are affecting your love life. I feel like you're still very much in each other's energy, regardless of whether you are in a communication, whether you are still connected or not. You are still both somehow, everything you do in life, all of the decisions you make, the thinking process, your patterns, they are somehow connected to this person, somehow connected to what you've experienced together, to aspirations that you had together, plans, goals, and dreams. It's all kind of meshed together. It's not, you're not independent in the way you go about your life. Even though you're trying to be with this hermit, you're trying to be your own person, making your own decisions, going within, listening to yourself. I feel like this person's voice, or the things they used to say, is at the back of your mind a lot of the time. That almost like unconsciously following what it is that you shared together, experiences, the truths you found out, the beliefs you shared together. It's very deep within you both, and it's almost like you need some sort of validation from this person. That's also what I'm feeling, and it's somehow connected to this codependency. Somehow it's almost like you want them to come back around and justify you in some sort of way with this King of Swords. It's the energy of justifying, reasoning, and logically understanding something and explaining it. I feel like this is what you're also waiting and hoping for, that they will come back around and say, yes, you were right back then, or you are right. Very interesting. Let's move on. We've also got this card, No Place Like Home. Again, this feeling of belonging that I was feeling in the beginning with this Hierophant. It's almost like as soon as you met, it felt like home. It felt, this connection felt like you knew each other, like when you are together, something bigger comes to life. It's almost like, it feels like a family. It feels like this all beautiful light and warm feelings coming up in your heart when this person is around. Almost like how you would relate to your parent, maybe like your dad or your mom, and like this English threshold. What's the word? This internal, like, I can't remember the word. I feel like someone, like that person knows more than you, and they have something to teach you, and you are belonging to something that's just so rare and so true, and you know what I mean? This is what it feels like to me. A lot of feelings of family, belonging, and very strong spiritual bond. I feel like that's where you are aiming with this person. And it's still very possible here. For many of you, of course, it's your choice, but I see love here. I see a feeling of home, committed energy. That was in the plans for sure, for both of you. And then there is love. There is definitely love between you two. regardless of what's happening, whether you are talking or not, whether you are in contact or no, there is still love that you both treasure and remember. And it's almost like you're both kind of hoping for a miracle at this moment, for it just to sort things out, to resolve the situation with this card miracles. Maybe you're both praying that for understanding, for clarity, and for possibility to make this happen, this connection, for it to get to this beautiful committed stage with this Hierophant, to get to this family serious partnership. Let's get one more advice for you, pile 2. What else do you have to know about this connection, pile 2? Yeah, absolutely. We've got self-care card here, and it says clear your energy field and focus on yourself before acting. I feel like that's what you're doing, and I'm very proud of you. I feel like this is what you're focusing on at the moment with this Hermit and service. You're serving your own soul at the moment, your own heart's desires and your needs, and going within, taking care of yourself, listening to your inner voice, and maybe even isolating. Some of you, maybe you don't really socialize as much, but that's very needed. I feel like you're just following your intuition, what you have to do at this moment. But at the same time, there is the side of you that's kind of dependent mentally on this person being around, being in your life in some shape or form, and that's why you're hoping and waiting for them to come around in the future. And this is like a confirmation and advice for you to shift that focus, shift where you put your energies from them back onto yourself, as you were doing most of the time. I feel like that's what you're doing. Is just stick to it. It's important. Yeah. At the bottom of the deck, we've got this card, acceptance. It says everything happens for a reason. Yeah. If you feel like this connection was unjustly taken from you, or it didn't work because of someone here is to blame, it's almost like what happened was meant to happen. You were both meant to go through this experience. You chose it. We always choose our experiences, and in this life and before we come here. So yeah, remember to take care of yourself. Give yourself the love that you deserve, that you need. Yeah, that's it. That's all I had for you, pile 2. I hope this gave you clarity. I hope this answered some of your questions, and I wish you lots of happiness and lots of love for yourself and for others, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye. Hello my beautiful pile number 3, or everyone who chose Green Aventuring. Let's see, what do you have to know about this connection with your person. We are opening the reading with the 8 of Wands, Prison, Knight of Swords, Friend, the Empress, and Melancholy. Pile 3. This is so interesting. I feel like in the past, in the recent past, there is this agitation that I'm feeling, this desire to move, to change things, to break through, to fix the situation, to move towards someone, maybe, possibly for many of you. Maybe there is distance between you two as well. With this 8 of Wands, this is the energy of speed, of acceleration, of crossing the barriers, of reaching your goal. It's like the arrows shooting through the air. Very fiery energy, and it's a lot of passion as well here, a lot of desire, a lot of lust. But we've got this combination, 8 of Wands and Prison. You couldn't act on it. You couldn't express your desires. You couldn't maybe reach out to another person. You couldn't bridge the gap between you and them. If it's distance, if it's it could be life circumstances that were keeping you restricted somehow from acting on your impulses, or maybe it's your person as well. It could be vice versa here. But the idea here is that there was the striving to one another, but you couldn't act on it. For some reason, it's like, I want to make it happen. I know my goal. I know my direction. I know what I have to do. I want to take action, but I can't because I'm stuck in something. I'm stuck in a physical place. I'm stuck in a mental... I have some sort of... what's the word? Something is keeping me from acting on my impulses, on my needs, on my desires. Some sort of belief could be. Or life circumstances. And it's so draining, it's so disheartening, it feels to me like, because you really wanted to make this work. You really wanted to have this breakthrough towards each other, to have this move, change, this shift. But for some reason you were restricted. And this is a general reading for everybody. The reasons will be different. But what's happening currently? It's almost like you're both... something about friendship, something about at least fighting for the friendship that you have, at least staying friends, at least justifying why you could be friends, justifying why you can trust each other, justifying why you still... my language is so strange today. Why you could be still benevolent forces in each other's life with this combination, friend and the Knight of Swords. It's almost like, let's talk about it. Let's discuss this. Knight of Swords is almost like a bit aggressive energy, but in the sense that you have to rush. You have to, if you want at least to keep the friendship, you have to act on it. You have to talk about it. You have to clarify some things. You have to prove to each other that you don't hate each other, maybe, or maybe you still have the best interests of another in your heart. Like, you want the best for each other. It's either your person wants your friendship. They want to talk about the fact they are still your friend. They still trust you. They see your beautiful, kind, loving nature, and they don't want to lose that. Or it's what you both of you feel at the moment, almost like fighting for this understanding, support, and friendship that you always had. If you couldn't move to each other physically or in a passionate way, in a romantic way, at least we can fight for this friendship. This is what it feels like to me. But for that we need to talk. With the Knight of Swords, it's always the energy of air. Air is a communication, is a fast, clear, honest, direct communication. The Page of Swords is kind of immature and flighty, and they don't usually say what they want to say, but the Knight of Swords is on point. It's like someone who wants to make sure that they are understood, who wants others to see their point of view, their what they're about. And they are all about friendship. Could be you, could be them, it could be the both of you, so take it however it resonates with you, but I see this need to prove that I still got you. I got your back. You can trust me. Something like that. Future energies. We've got the Empress and Melancholy. It's almost like, regardless of what happens, and I feel like it's about you now, the viewer, regardless of what happens between the two of you, between the two of us, I'll keep growing. I'll keep nurturing myself. I'll keep loving myself. I'll keep blooming and expanding my life. I'll keep loving this world. I'll keep loving my emotional inner being, and loving my body, which is my temple, loving my intuition, cherishing my intuition, and a lot of self-love is here, regardless of how painful the situation, how much sadness it brings to you. It's almost like you're on the right track with not forgetting yourself, like not neglecting yourself. With this Empress, it's all about giving love to yourself and to others. This is how I end all of my videos. For some reason I just realized that it's the energy of an empress, 100%. The energy of being able to give love to yourself and to another, unconditional love, without any strings attached. For some people, looking at these cards, of course I can't keep it a secret. Maybe some of you have a child from this person. Maybe you have a common child, and it's in the picture here. There is some kind of sadness in you because you're not together, but you have this beautiful creature, the soul you brought into this world. It could resonate maybe like with one or two of you, but on the whole, I feel like for you, pile 3, it's almost like the intentions for the future. You're going to keep taking care of yourself regardless of how much sadness and how much you miss the other person, how much you miss this connection, and how much pain it brought you, and the feeling of little bit of dissatisfaction here. You are still going to be working on your self-love, self-care, and sharing that beautiful love, kindness, compassion, creativity with the world. A lot of energy of creating something, bringing something to this world. Maybe you're doing something creative for your career. Maybe you're helping other people, and it's just you're bringing your child of your creation into 3D reality. That's what you are going to keep doing, and it's beautiful, and it's really beautiful. I feel like you didn't become bitter or angry or put crazy rigid boundaries around you, or like, I don't trust anyone anymore, I will never love, I will never open up to people. That's nothing like you. Yeah, there is a little bit of sadness at the back of your mind, like this bittersweet feeling, but you're still going to love this whole world with this Empress. You're still going to share your beautiful, warm and unconditional love with everyone that you cross paths with. It's just who you are, I feel like. Very nice feminine energy coming from you, I like it. I would want to give you a hug, pile 3. For some reason, I can really relate. Okay, your oracle cards. This is so interesting. We've got this card, not for you. It's almost like maybe the universe was trying to protect you both from coming into a union that was not meant for you. Or maybe that was not meant for you at that certain period of your life, because you were meant to go through something completely different. You were meant to focus on something different. You were not supposed to make it through regardless of what was keeping you apart. This is almost like a protection. This rejection is like a divine protection. Also, we've got this card, ceremony and invocation. Again, a lot of growth that you got from this relationship, and it's almost like you have expanded and you're blooming now. You're in this period of reaping the fruits of the work you've put in this connection, the energy you've put into it. And yes, a lot of spirituality, some sort of healing modalities maybe you've learned. Spirituality, connecting with the earth, maybe spirit. With this card, it's just so magical for me. It's almost like this connection has showed you your potential in life, what's important. Something about nature as well here. Connecting to nature, spending time in nature, learning something like maybe healing again, maybe creative endeavors. It's just you were initiated into that endeavor, I would say. This is completely mind-blowing to me now with this calling in your soulmate card. Your prayers, affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. It could be that some of you are trying to manifest this person. Regardless of what happened, you were kept apart. But also what I'm feeling is that many of you have realized what it is that you are worth. Realize that what you deserve, the kind of life you deserve. Realize that there is a soulmate out there for you who's not going to be kept from you. Things are going to be easier. There won't be so much pain. There won't be so much feeling stuck and restricted, and it's almost like now you're trying to call in that soulmate, manifest them. Maybe you wrote a list of qualities that you want in your partner. Maybe you try to visualize the ideal relationship that you want. And I feel like you're ready. Most of you are ready for this. But again, I'm getting two lines here. Some of you are manifesting this person. You know who you are. Of course, if you're watching this video and it resonates with you, you know which side you're on. And it's working. If you're manifesting them, it's working. Because also we've got this card message as well. I feel like you will get some sort of communication from them if you are wishing for them to come back to you or to reconcile with you. I feel like it's happening. You are drawing them in with your energy, with your beliefs, your thoughts. You'll have some sort of connection with them in the future. But for others, I feel like we also got this card soulmate. Double indication of calling in the soulmate. This is so beautiful. I feel like you are exactly at the point of your life where you are just about to, I apologize for the noise, the construction, they're doing something and I can't help it. Many of you are drawing in your soulmate, the person that you're meant to end up with, and I feel like you are doing it just in a very feminine way, in a very grateful and dignified and calm and peaceful way with this Empress energy. It's almost like I know that I'm supposed to be with someone special who is on my level, who can share as much as I do, who can love me to the extent of the love that I give to others. And it's double indication of a soulmate coming into your life very soon. So do not despair if you're feeling sad. Sometimes if you're feeling tired, discouraged, disheartened, they're coming around. Whether you feel like this person is your soulmate, they will come around and show you that probably they are, if you are stuck on them, if you are still wishing them to come back. If you are over them completely, you don't want them in any way, anyhow, never, your true soulmate is coming in, the one who is supposed to be in your life. I want to get a little bit more clarification here for you, Pile 3. Let's get an advice for you. What should you know about this connection, Pile 3? What is it? What should you know about it? Yeah, balance of give and take. We've got this card balance. And it says one person is giving too much in this relationship, and something tells me that it is you. Because you have a lot to give, a lot of love to give. And it's almost like a question of perspective. Can they give you at some point as much as you can offer them? And I feel like you've been asking yourself the same question over and over again. Also in the bottom of the deck we've got this card support. Lean on your inner circle during this time. I feel like it's almost like you didn't get enough support from this person probably. And also this indication, this connection, I'm looking at it now at the moment and I'm seeing very interesting dynamic here as well. Friend being underneath the Knight of Swords, it almost seems to me someone is running away when you need their help the most. That's also what I'm getting from. Maybe it was a dynamic in the past with your person when you really needed them and they would run. They would run for their life. Not to take on responsibility, not to be someone that you would depend on, that you would just like get some sort of support from. And again, another confirmation with this balance and one person giving more than another in this connection. Very similar message. It's almost like you never really got the support that you really needed, that you wanted, that you knew you deserve in a loving, committed connection and relationship. And support is very important for you. Maybe you need the support now for those of you who are like expecting or have a child and you're raising them on your own, or just in general. We deserve to be supported in connections. We deserve to be for this kindness and help to be reciprocated. Being with someone who runs from it or who is not mature enough to just sacrifice things in life for you, it's just what's the point? If I can't rely on you, if I can't trust you, if you're not here when I needed you, what's the point? Regardless of how much I love you, regardless of how beautiful this connection is, there is this basis of trust and help, and yeah. So this is all I had for you, pile 3. I hope it wasn't too sad. There is still beautiful future ahead of you. This soulmate is coming. Your soulmate is coming. I have no doubts. No doubts if they are not already in your life. Very, very soon. So beautiful love and partnership that you deserve is on its way. So this is all I had for you, pile 3. I hope it gave you some clarity. I hope it resonated with you and answered some of your questions. And I wish you lots of happiness and lots of love for yourself and for others. And I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.